Hi, thank you for joining me once again. Herbert Sweet for Days from the Good Old Bajan Cooking Group on Facebook. I am proud and glad to have you join me here in my YouTube channel. You are welcome to join me also on my Facebook page, Good Old Bajan Cooking Group, where you will see and you can try all the delicious dishes there. You have the coconut sweet bread, you have the fish cakes, you have the steamed fish and cocoa. All those lovely delicacies of Barbados are traditional dishes, and it's a real good Bajan group that you can join, especially in this COVID time. You are welcome, and I welcome you. I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you for all the likes and the shares. I thank you for joining my group. Oh, you are such a lovely bunch of people. Today I'm going to show you how to do a Bajan bacon cutter. Yes, a Bajan bacon cutter. So tasty and nice. Oh my, you will love this. I'm telling you, you will love this bacon cutter. Surely, you will love this bacon cutter. It's nice and it's juicy and it's wonderful. Just from Barbados, coming straight to you, live off the press. Bajan cutter. You ever hear about that before? Bajan cutter? Yes, we have the Bajan bacon cutter. Yes, lovely. Oh Lord, we love our pig. We love our pig. And the bacon is nice. The bacon is nice. Anytime you all visit Barbados, just ask them for a nice Bajan cutter. You hear me? A nice Bajan cutter. You will enjoy it. You will love it. And I'm sure it's very tasty. It's very nice. And if you love your pig, like we Bajans do, you would love a nice old Bajan bacon cutter. This morning Bajan breakfast is bacon. I'm going to have that bacon with some good old Bajan salt bread. So we are having bacon cutters today for breakfast. So enjoy with me our breakfast this morning. A Bajan bacon cutters. With this bacon, we don't need it burnt or fried crispy. You just want the fat cooked, because you don't want that choking you. So this bacon, we're gonna take out all of that fat. We're gonna fry down all of that fat, all that juices in there. As you see, I have my pan loaded. I have not put them one by one because I'm not frying them crispy. When you're doing your bacon burgers, you don't need crispy bacon in your bread. So I'm just letting this juice cook this bacon. I will let it crisp a little bit, but not crispy, not crunchy crispy. Even if one side is crispy, you don't need the other side, because you don't want all that crispy in the bread. If you're eating it like that, it's okay, but as long as your meat is cooked and your fat is cooked, because this fat can choke you, especially if you're giving this to kids and it's not done well. So let it cook. Letting it cook well, that when I bite on this and my grandkids bite on this and my children bite on this, they will not choke with the fat. You have to see that fat, those white strings in the bacon. Always make sure that those are cooked. Those things can hang you. And we Bajans love our pork. We love our pork. So I might have lots on my head, but I'm not a Rasta. As a Rasta per se, these are just styles. Well, I love my pork, and nobody gonna stop me from eating my pork. I'm a Bajan. Yes, I am. So, we're having bacon cutters today. So, as I go along with this process, you will see what's going on here. Folks, a hint about these juices that you have here in this pan. Do not dispose of the oil of the bacon. You can use that said oil as a stock, and you can add it to your rice. You can add it to your breadfruit. If you're doing some stretch out breadfruit, as we Bajans say, stretch out breadfruit, you can pour that oil on top of that breadfruit. When it's finished cooked, you can pour that oil and you will get a nice flavor from this oil. So do not discard of your oil. You can put your oil to cool, pour it into a nice container and refrigerate it. And that is a good oil you can add to your pot. You can add this to your rice to give your rice a nice flavor. You don't have to got the salt meat because you have your bacon. As you see, my bacon is getting a little brown here. As I said, I don't want it burned to the crisp. I just want the fat cook and the juices come out of it. Some of that oil will come out. So I'm doing it down, not burning to a crispy, but to a nice texture which is eatable without being choked on that fat. So we need that fat to be cooked. You see, some of them are being a little crisp. That's how I want it, a little crisp like that. If you can still see the white, that's how I want it done. Yes, folks, this is how I want it done, and not too much crisp. So this is your bacon finish. I will place this in my bread. I'm going to let it drain and then I will put it in my bread. So this is the bacon just the way I want it to make bacon cutters. You don't need it crispy, but you need it just like this, juicy. You need it just like this, and you see all that you have here, the juice of the bacon. You take this and you let it cool. You put it in a container and you place it into your refrigerator. When you're cooking your rice, you can take this juice, you can take some of it and you can place it into your rice. Instead of moving the oil and the butter, you don't have to use the salt meat, because then you will get back a nice pork flavor. Now check this bacon, well cooked, nice and fluffy, and I will place this into my salt bread now and make my bacon cutters. There you go, your Bajan bacon cutter. You see the bacon in your bread, nice lovely homemade salt bread, and you have your bacon in your bread. You can add some tomatoes or lettuce as you choose onto this plate, but I just want my breakfast this morning just bacon and bread. So this is a bacon cutter, folks, a Bajan way.